Hello everyone, welcome back to E20ZoneTv. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. But this is a major talking point that's going to appear today, and it's just not right, if I'm honest. Last night, Zouma was picked and basically chosen by West Ham to play against Watford last night in a 1-0 win. But is it morally right? That is the question that needs to be asked. And for me, it's not. It sadly isn't. Some things in life you need to sort of take a backward step and go, you know what, to ease the pressure and ease the sort of heat. You can't be going out and picking a man who's done a lot of stuff, well, over the last sort of 24, 48 hours. I don't know who to blame here. Is it GSB telling Dave to pick the players? Is Dave's hands tied and basically told, right, you got to go and do it. It's what you're paid to do. You're paid to pick the best team possible. I don't know. But is it morally right? It definitely isn't morally right. Do you know what I mean? You don't go and do things like that. And there is no morals in this situation. There really isn't. There's no respect. There's no morals. There's no standards. There's no values. There's no nothing. And it's unacceptable, in my opinion. Moyes last night was, if it's on Moyes, he's morally wrong. Like, if this is Moyes just saying, right, I'm paid to pick the team and this is the team I'm going to pick, then it's morally wrong at the end of the day. There's no choice about it. Forget football. Forget football for a second, because football will carry on. If this is GSB, and GSB have said to him, you have to basically play the players, right? And your job is to pick the best team possible. Then it just shows you how classless our board are. It really, really does. I was quite shocked last night. I've had people saying, well, you're overreacting, you're this, you're that, I've got the sun in my eyes, etc. So for me, I find that it's unreal, if I'm honest. If you want me to be truthfully honest, it's really, really bad. And for me, I've got to call out David Moyes in this one, massively. I will be back. 1 second. There we are. Still can't get the sunlight out. Do you know what I mean? Hold on. Right, we're back in the room. That's better. I ain't got the sun in my face. Right, where was we? For me, it's not right. It's really, really isn't right. And it's so not right on so many levels that it's so wrong at the end of the day. I am shocked by him and the way he carried on. And I'm shocked by the whole situation. Like, really, if you want me to be, like, truth be told, like, to come out and then to play 18 hours later is borderline scandalous. So today, Moyes is going to get a lot of stick. Now, does Moyes deserve the stick, or has Moyes been shafted by the board to play this man? For me, I feel that Moyes is his own man. And Moyes knows what's morally right and wrong at the end of the day. And like, why? Why do it? Why bring the heat on? Because this is going to carry on now. Like, in one way, you can look at it on a positive side and say, right, it's done now. The whole he's nipped it in the bud early, bang, got him out there, let him face the criticism. But this ain't going away anytime soon. This ain't going to go like do a week or two and this is going to disappear. If anything, it's going to roll everyone up to say like, this is not right. Obviously, if you listen to Talk Sport like I do and like every other person does on this planet, there was a fan on there, 60-year-old gentleman. He turned around and said that he's disgusted with the club. He really is. And it's really, really isn't right. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, in all honesty, like I was stunned to see like Zouma last night there. I really, really was. But I had a little bit of a debate last night on another stream, and I turned around and I said, like, is this, forget football, morally, this is wrong. Like, this is just wrong, and wrong. And they go, yeah, but he's paid to do a job. He's got to pick the right team. Kirk Zouma's the best player at the club. What people got to understand is sometimes in life, morals and respect and values are worth more in life. And Kirk Zouma's a role model. He's respected by people who are of a younger age. Now, like, this isn't like, you're not setting a good example here. Do you know what I mean? What you're doing is you're basically just accepting it. Oh, it's okay to do that, and basically go from there. Do you know what I mean? And basically, football last night was more important. 3 points last night was more important. Listen, I love West Ham to death. I'm a West Ham boy through and through. I love this club, like, with all my heart. But sometimes in life, you have to do the right things. Even if you don't want to do the right things, you've got to admit when you're wrong. Sometimes you've got to bite the bullet. And last night, I felt that David Moyes put himself in the firing line massively today. It's coming today. I know it is. It's already begun. And all the media outlets are on this. They're saying West Ham, this, West Ham. Now, if it's West Ham and GSB, then Dave's hands are tied to a point. GSB should have just suspended him. But I don't know who it is. That is the question. Like, Moyes is going to get it today, but is it GSB? Should GSB have just turned around and said, right, we're going to suspend him internally for the next game, basically, and deal with this in house, or do you just go and put the man out on offer so everyone can have a dig at him? For me, I think it's a bit of both. Whether or not GSB, excuse me, whether or not GSB suspended him or not is one thing, but for Moyes just to pick him, and don't get me wrong, he played well last night, Zouma, right? But this is, where's the respect factor gone in life in general? It just seems like you can just go and do what you like and everything's fine. And it's not sending the right message. Me personally, I don't think it sends the right message. I think it sends the exact wrong message that you can go and do this sort of stuff, not be dealt with, and it's all brushed under the carpet. But I listened to something earlier this morning, and they said the one key factor to the whole issue is money. It all goes down to money, and that's what it is at the end of the day. Anyway, I've rambled on. I've had the sun in my face. Let's get to your comments. Last night proved for me, very sadly, that West Ham United Football Club have no morals. I have supported them for 42 years, and I have over 60 abused animals in our rescue, and each time Zouma plays, I will not support my club. Wow. Fair play to you, mate. 3 points seemingly are more important than animal abuse. And a club will now be dragged through the mud worldwide after yesterday's decision to play him. I do agree with you on that one, mate. One thing I do, like, this has gone viral big time. So I agree with you on that. 1,000%. Like, you could just nip this in the bud, stopped him, stone dead, bang, done. So I agree with you on that one. The thing that amazes me is that the RSPCA are not investigating it, and they are going to get the fine money from Zouma. How does that work? It's all to do with money, I'm afraid, in this generation. It's the people who have it and the people who don't. And the ones who don't are the ones who go to prison and have to get paid large amount of fines that they can't really afford. And the ones who have got a lot of money can just brush it under the carpet and carry on being them. Grow your own. Moyes picks the team in end of his responsibility, no one else's. He made a mistake and people will judge him. This psychotic clown of a man needs help. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, I agree on that sort of sentiment also. He does pick the team. He is the man who is basically made to and paid to do the decisions at West Ham United Football Club. The problem is with it, and the thing that gripes me a lot, is that you've just we can't attract players at the best of times, right? And are we going to attract players now? That's like, I know I'm going back to the football side of it, but if West Ham's got no morals and no family values and no respect, I was not brought up on that at West Ham, and that is why I feel football has changed massively. West Ham was always a community-based club. You look after your own. Everyone sticks together in these sort of times. And when someone does wrong, they have to be punished for their mistakes, and then they have to learn from their mistakes. And for me, there's no learning. Listen, money will not affect Kirk Zouma. Playing football would have done. And whether or not it would have jeopardised the team, yes, then so be it. Don't blame Zouma for that, and don't blame Moyes for that. Blame the board for that. And that goes back to signings, and that goes back to other issues. But you can sit on the fence of, well, he's a paid footballer. It ain't his job. And I see many people saying, oh, people are overreacting. But if he goes and beats his kid up, and that's on video, then people wouldn't have him playing. They wouldn't. And we all know it. Yeah. Mason Greenwood's done some bad things. Manchester United have took a strong stance on that and said, no, he ain't playing. Right. And I know that's a lot worse, but is it a lot worse? Really? Like, what he's done is bad. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not really an animal lover, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And what he's doing is wrong. But we have accepted it, that it's okay to do that. So honestly, get your comments in. I'm going to be running for another probably 7 to 10 minutes. I want to hear your thoughts in the chat. If you're there, give me your thoughts. Am I overreacting to a point? Like, if I am, tell me. But I just feel that last night just showed that money and football has changed, in my opinion. Like, you've got a lot of money at stake for West Ham, top four, and West Ham's in their best moment. But this could also affect our season. Like, if Moyes would have done the right thing last night and said, right, you ain't playing. I'm the governor. I picked the team. I don't want him playing tonight because it ain't right for the team. Then GSB, I don't think, could have said anything. Right? They ain't going to sack him. They won't sack him because he's a yes man. The problem is, did Mr. Moyes have a backbone to do that? I don't think he does. Because he said he'd take his interview last night, and I just see a comment on one of my comment sections of someone saying that this is more to do with GSB. If it is, then maybe GSB need to be held accountable also. But Moyes is his own man, and Moyes doesn't have to pick this man. He could have picked someone else. Like, he could have said, right, his head's not on it, and basically gone like that. But he hasn't. He just picked him last night, and I feel for the people who was there last night, because that atmosphere was weird, very weird. Like, we've got players who are cheering, like fans who are cheering Zouma, fans who are booing Zouma. Right? It was just like you've just made it sort of odd, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't have to be that. It really shouldn't have done. Uh, our downfall was one defeat. Is one and was that our downfall? One, the two defeats before the transfer window. Two, the signings, no players. Three, Moyes interview praising the board. Yeah, I agree on that one. Four, the Kidderminster performance. Five, Zouma kicks his cat. West Ham playing. Play Zouma. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I really do. I don't know what else more to say on this one, right? But I know what's coming today. From what I've been listening to this morning and what's circulating around on social media, Moyes is going to get a lot of grief. And if it would not surprise me if the slightest if the board slip out of this like they always do. Yeah, you know I mean, the ball should have took a stance, really. Yeah, and I know I'm saying this on Moyes, but Moyes did pick him last night. But the ball should have took a stance the moment that video came out, and the Sun made this public knowledge. Yeah, the ball should have said, right, he does not play until we investigate it. Yeah, and nipped it in the bud like Manchester United have and other clubs have with their players. Yeah, but this is West Ham United, as I always say. And I supported this club 35 years of my life. Right, I've been born into this club, and nothing changes with this club ever. Nothing surprises me with this club ever. And last night, football should have took a back seat last night, in my opinion. Now, I don't know whether anyone else agrees on that, but there's right and wrong in life. And what he done was wrong, and we accepted it that it was fine. And Moyes is gonna get a lot of stick, I'm afraid. Grow your own. Moyes is more interested in points instead of obviously. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. But points don't make it right, though, mate. Like, listen, I love West Ham. I wanted West Ham to win last night. Could West Ham have won without Kirk Zouma? Yeah. I thought Watford were there for the taking. Like, but yeah, and people say, yeah, he put in a man of the match performance and he done this, he done that. I'm sorry, but sometimes in life, you just don't do that. Just don't. Darren, hope you are well, mate, all the way from Thailand. My lad just got back from school in Thailand, and all the kids were talking about it in the playground. It shows no moral compass in my eyes by the club, and that is coming all the way from Thailand. Now, Darren has been a long time subscriber to my channel. He's one of the ones from the beginning. He lives in Thailand, and even people in Thailand think it's wrong. Now, I am 8 miles from the ground, 6 to 8 miles from the ground. I think it's wrong. Now, this is going worldwide. So, yeah. I don't condone what Zouma did. Humanly, happily slaughter and eat thousands of animals every day. All animals feel pain. Animals don't consent to being someone's dinner. Eating animals supports animal slaughter. Yeah, I agree. I understand what you're saying there, mate. Do I agree with it? Partly, but then sometimes you've got to think what's morally right. A video comes out, and then 18 hours, 24 hours ago, and then he's playing the next day. Like, I'm not saying that I want him banned for the rest of the season, but morally, he's done wrong, and he's playing the claret and blue shirt. He's representing our club. He's a figure to a lot of youngsters. He's a model professional to a lot of youngsters. So deep down, should he really be playing after what has come out? Now, that comment now, and you've got Darren's comment, who's all the way in Thailand. His kids just come back from school, and the children at the school are talking about it. This is how widespread this is. So, yeah. You value the country by the way you look at it after the old generation and its pets. What does it say about West Ham United? Zouma needs to be sacked. Moyes got it all effing wrong. yet again, though, mate, and I will literally stand by this. Right, there's two sides of this one, big time. The owners and Moyes. I've always said this, but on sort of going away from that slightly. I always said Moyes is a yes man. It proved it to me in the transfer window. It proved to me in that video that he done after the transfer window, and basically saying that, you know what, this is not Gold, Sullivan, and Brady are the best owners he's had, and they've done amazing things and this and that, and I was like, yeah, mate, like you've dealt with them, Dave, for a couple of years on and off, right? We've dealt with them for about 12 years now. We know what their real spiel is all about. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel it's bad as West Ham as a brand, West Ham United Football Club as a brand, right, and as a club. I just think it's morally bad. Like it's just made us look like it's made us look, made us look terrible. If I'm honest, it really has. But yet again, and I will go back to this. Moyes is the man who picks these players. Moyes is the man who his job is to pick the team, right? And Moyes should have done the right thing last night. He should have done the right thing and just said, you know what, this is what it is. I ain't gonna play tonight. Put him on the bench. Put him on the bench. Like at the end of the day, and don't play him at all. If you have to play him, and the board has said no, he's our main player. He plays. Doesn't mean you've got to start him, right? And you could have gone around it another way, but you just sat there and sat in your hands. Do you know what I mean? Which is, for me, it's just morally wrong. And that's the problem is there's got to be a change in this sort of morals and respect and all that, because it just seems like there's no respect, no morals out there at present. What else we got here? Let's have a look. The French animal rights won't get involved as he's in England. This also happened when he was at Chelsea. Zouma doesn't live in Cobham anymore. He lives in Epping. They won't get involved on the incident that isn't in their country. Yeah, I understand that. So, well, I'm going to leave it at that. That's just a little roundup from me of what I thought of last night. I've had the sun in my face. I've had untold about stick from other people on this, not just like from last night. People saying, James, you've got this wrong, mate. Like football, it's all about the football, and for me, it's not. It's about what's right and wrong in life. Now, listen, sometimes you can go and do things in life and you can go, you know what? Yeah, it's a mad moment. Listen, I'm not saying Kirk Zouma should be sacked or anything like that, but have a bit of like law. Like, you mean if you're going to play law, like GSB and Dave should have done, they should have said, right, you're not playing for the next 2 games. But it all goes back to money, and when there's millions and millions of pounds at stake, as I said last night, they can throw £50 notes here, and it will change, and it will change. So yeah, we will see today. It'd be interesting to see what he's going to be said on Talk Sport today, which is probably happening right now. So go over there and have a listen on that. Anyway, I will be back soon. I've got a busy day ahead. I've got travelling to do. I'm not doing anything tomorrow, and I'm not doing anything Friday. But Saturday, at some point, I will be back with a preview of the Leicester game. Big game up in Leicestershire, and we've got to make sure we get a win. But for now, it's goodbye from me. Please do like the video. Also, it goes a long way. It gets me out there. And please do subscribe to the channel. I'll get my numbers up slowly but surely. Trying to get that 1,000. It's hard work. It really, really is. And I am working hard to get there. Trust me. No doubt about it. But anyway, enjoy your Wednesday. Bye for now. All the best. And boys, for me, mate, you got it wrong.